Okay, for the Hubitat end, open your Hubitat interface. We need to put the driver on, so go to driver's code. And I'm assuming that you've done this kind of thing, so I'm not going to labour on it. New driver. That's the one. So open it up, select all the code, copy it, Control C, V, paste it and save it. And that's that all done. Now I've probably got it twice, but hey ho. Okay, so once you've installed it, just scroll down. It's under virtual, it's just here. Virtual Presence, Virtual Mobile Presence by Brian Wilson on Hubitat. Okay, now we've got the device driver loaded up. We're going to need to create some devices. You're going to need to create one for each tag or tile or whatever you've got. And to do that, we're going to go into Add Virtual Device, and then you're going to need the tag information that you set up earlier on to do this. And it's this information here that you need. Now you need to start it up with whatever you've put in there, whatever location it is. Now remember that this is my third beacon, so it'd be different from yours. So home 3, then a hyphen and your tag name. Now device network ID, it's not important actually. So if we go home virtual presence, which is what Brian uses, this is going to be monitoring station 3 for me. So that's tag 1, station 3. Then you come down and you need to set the driver, which is BTLE virtual presence there. And you need to save device. And then you need to do that for every tag that you've got. So I'm going to get along and do that, and this will go into fast motion, and then we'll look at the next stage of it. So there we go, that's the last device created. And if you look down here at all of my sensors, I've got 3 modules. So I've got home guest 1, home guest 2, home Kim, home Mark, home 2, home 2, home 2, home 2. Now I've got 4 for the home 3 beacon. So they're all set up and done. We now need to install the app and set that up. Okay, time to install the app. Apps code. And then you go to new app. As you can see, I've already got it. New app. This one at the top here, BTLE Presence app. Open it up, copy the code, Control C, Control V, and save. You need to hit OAuth here. Okay, so enable OAuth in app. Update, job done. Come on out of there, I'm sure I'll have the app twice. So now we've got the app installed, we need to set it up inside the apps themselves. As you can see here, I've already got 2 instances of it running. One is for my first monitor, the other one's for the second monitor, and now I'm installing a third. And unlike other apps, you don't add instances inside the app, you have to reinstall the app. So, well, not reinstall it, install another instance. So it's add user app, and it's this one here. Double click and that opens it up. Now we're at the stage where the final bit of information that we need for the Raspberry Pi program is available to us, the URL that I told you about earlier on. They give you 2 options here. One is for cloud, so you can access the information remotely, and the other one is for local. You only want to access it locally. Now, I bought Hubitat specifically because my internet connection is so unreliable, it's unbelievable. So I'm going to use the local one. So we need to set which to set. I obviously have 3 monitors, so I want to select my home 3 ones. Click update, and that's it. That's that part done, and there we have all 3 of my monitoring instance apps, whatever you want to call them. Now, one of the tests you can do here, according to Brian's instructions, is if you select your URL and it comes up with this message, you've set it all up correctly. So that's cool. You can either just click on it or cut and paste it in. So that's that part all done now, and we just need to finish off the Pi by putting that URL into one of the files. So you're going to need your apps window open in the Hubitat interface, and we need to log back onto the Raspberry Pi. You all know how to do this by now, I hope. Okay, there we are. Now we need to change directory again, and you can cut and paste that from below. And there we're in the correct directory. Next we're going to need to bring up the file for the beacon presence. So we need the nano command, and that will open up our file. Then we need to just cursor down with the arrow keys to find that URL. That's it, and it's just here. Now we need to replace that one. You have to arrow over, I'm forgetting all this. Careful to leave the apostrophes in. Then you need to go to your BTLE app and open it up and copy the URL if you didn't make a note of it elsewhere. And once we've got that, we just paste it in like that, and you make sure you've got the apostrophes there and there. Then we need to Control O for write out. Okay, and hit yes, or return, and then Control X to get out of it. So that's it, that's your URL put in there, so it will report back to Hubitat. Right, the last thing we need to do is install the service file that enables the program to start up on reboot for if you lose power or whatever. And to do that we need the nano command to open up the file editor. That will open up your text editor. Then just open up Brian's file and grab the text. We've done it all before. Control C. And right click. Paste the text over. That's fine. Control O to write out and return, and then Control X gets you out there. Now there are a series of other commands that we need to enter sequentially here to start it up. Again, they're found on Brian's page, but will be in the bottom of the description. That's all there. Look, so I'm going to move that out of my way so that I can grab them without having to switch between screens all the while. And one at a time, just copy and paste them. And then just hitting return after each one. Right, and once you've done that, there's just one more command to run, just check it's all up and running. Again, that's at the bottom of Brian's page and will be in the bottom of this description. And if everything's all white, you've done it right, and that's it. That's the installation done. We'll just go over to Hubitat now and check that it's all working. Right, before we do any testing, you need to reboot your Raspberry Pi. So we're going to check that the actual service file that we set up is working. So do that, just unplug the power and plug it back in and wait until it comes back online. And then you'll need to go to your devices page. Now I want you to bring up one of the devices that you've added. I'm going to look at Home 3 Guest 1 because that's the monitor I've just installed, and I have the tag to hand here. Now when you first do this, you will probably notice that that's blank. What you need to do is just click on, and then that will make it present and the switch on. And then you need to pop the battery out of your device. Done. And now we're going to have to wait for 60 seconds because that was the parameter that I set in before it will report as not present. So here we go. And that's a notification saying it's not present on my phone, and it's gone to not present here. So there we go, you've got that all up and running and it's all working. And if we pop the battery straight back in, it comes back online a hell of a lot quicker than it went off. There we go, it's back already. That's less than 5 seconds. So that's it. Job done. Well done. I hope you enjoyed installing it all and watching these videos far more than I enjoyed actually making the darn things. See you soon. Bring some more for you. I might actually do a combined presence one to show you my configuration for that because I think it might be handy. Thanks for watching. See you soon.